We kick off this episode of Four Verts with the Shedeur Sanders injury update. My name is Harrison Graham. Sanders left early in today's joint practice with the Eagles. Sounded like he was kind of just getting loose, throwing the ball around, and it has been labeled as an oblique injury. I saw this circulating on Twitter, so I thought I'd share different levels of oblique injuries depending on the severity. If it's a grade 1, it involves a stretching or slight tearing of the muscle fibers, typically resolves within a few days or weeks. If it's a grade 2, recovery can take longer, up to several weeks, could involve physical therapy. If it's a grade 3, could take months and potentially even require surgery. I feel like we would know if it was more on the severe side, but at minimum, you would guess he's going to miss a day or two. Rap Sheet had the note that this could take him out of the Browns' next preseason game, which is this Saturday against the Philadelphia Eagles. And they have one more game against the Los Angeles Rams. And my initial reaction to this is just kind of a bummer, right? I mean, I thought Shedeur played pretty well against Carolina in the preseason opener. He was in line to probably start this game as well, as Kenny Pickett and Dylan Gabriel have been dealing with various injuries as well. So it would be a bummer if he can't play in this game. Now, again, maybe it was just a very slight pull, or just, he felt something weird and he'll feel better tomorrow and be fine. I guess we'll have to wait and see. But I enjoyed watching him against Carolina as he went 14 of 23, buck 38, and threw a couple of touchdowns. Thought he showed some poise, some mobility, threw the ball with anticipation and accuracy. I'm not sitting here saying, just go start him and he's going to carry the franchise to the Super Bowl or anything. But on a team that's not expected to have much success this year, and in a quarterback room that's pretty boring outside of him, I was eager to see what he could do. So we'll see where this goes. But obviously there's a chance he could miss not only this game, but the next preseason game also. And considering Joe Flacco's expected to start, that means we wouldn't get to see him play for a while. All right, subscribe to the channel because I react to all major NFL news storylines, rumors, other stories that are out there. We're closing in on 11,000 subs on the channel. Appreciate your guys' support. Let's continue to churn out some content for you guys, and if you guys keep subscribing, we'll keep doing it. All right, Chop Robinson got a bit of an update here. He left Dolphins training camp practice. They had a joint practice with the Lions today on a cart. And we didn't really know, was it one of those where he was truly carted off or he just hopped in a cart at practice today? But he posted on his IG story and replied to a Schefter post as well, saying, "I'm good, y'all. Nothing serious." So sounds like a major injury has been avoided here, at least when it comes to Chop Robinson, which is obviously a very good thing because the second half of last year, I thought he really came on and looked pretty damn good. Had 6 sacks in his rookie campaign for Miami. I think 5 of those were in the second half of the year. He looked like a guy that really had a chance to take off here in year 2. So hopefully that's still the case, and hopefully he's going to be good to go. He certainly is saying that he will. It would have been a major blow to Miami. That already doesn't have great vibes around their football team right now. You've got Mike McDaniel in kind of a prove-it year at head coach. You've got their GM, Chris Greer, that the fan base all wants fired. And for the second week in a row, it sounds like they've gotten dragged in a joint practice. Colton Pouncey, who covers the Lions for The Athletic, tweeted out that that was the most lopsided joint practice I've ever seen. Lions dominated both sides. And you might say, well, he's covering the Detroit side of things. That was pretty consistent from Dolphins and Lions reporters today. Last week, they got beat pretty badly by the Bears in a joint practice as well, especially from a physicality standpoint. That was the story last week, that the Bears' physicality overwhelmed Miami. So, the pressure is on. It's on Tua, it's on Mike McDaniel, it's on this whole team. And, losing a guy like Chop Robinson would have been a major blow. So, at least it appears that that is not the case here. Speaking of the Bears, it was a huge story, at least nationally, that Ben Johnson did not play Caleb Williams and the Bears starters in the preseason opener. They are going to play them this week against the Bills. Johnson announced earlier today. Here's what he had to say. Everyone is going to play. Last week and throughout camp, I've been consistent about reps, and the most important thing to get him up to speed. With the plan we had a week ago, we were able to get somewhere between 80 and 100 more reps than we were able to had he played in the game. This week is a different schedule, different length in time in terms of in between games and all of that. Our plan right now is guys that sat out last week will play this week. So the Colin Cowherds, the national media heads that decided this was the biggest story since, Watergate, can calm down now. It's not that big of a deal. And let's be honest, the preseason, as these years go by, it just matters less and less. Do I want to see all of our favorite players play in the preseason? Of course, but these reps are vanilla. These offenses don't want to give anything away. These defenses don't want to give any away. The main goal is A, don't get hurt, and B, guys on the roster bubble, hopefully you have a clearer picture of who you want to make your 53-man roster. I'm curious from you guys, just football fans, regardless of your favorite team, in your opinion, how much does playing starters in the preseason matter? Scale from 1 to 10. Because I would say most coaches, not all, most would say no more than a 3 or 4. Even the Andy Reids of the world that do value playing starters, I don't think they would say it's the end-all, be-all. I'm going to say it's about a 3. I'm not going to say it's a nothing burger, but I think it's pretty damn low in the grand scheme of things. So you guys let me know, scale from 1 to 10, how much it matters. This came across my feed, and I thought we could talk about it. Odell Beckham Jr. is reportedly healthy and wants to play in 2025. Yes, the year of our Lord, 2025. We're still talking about Odell Beckham Jr., but he's obviously polarizing, so I thought I'd spend a moment on this. Tom Pelissero with the scoop that OBJ has drawn interest from several teams, that feels planted by his agent, and plans to play this year. He is not retiring, which OBJ said yesterday, and that he is training with anticipation of being on the field soon. Look, I don't think there's much left in the tank for OBJ. At the same time, though, if I'm a wide receiver needy team, I would at least work him out. Like, if you're the Pittsburgh Steelers, who you've invested and gone all in this year, do you want to go to war with Roman Wilson as your number 2 receiver? I'll work out Odell Beckham Jr. If you're a team that doesn't have a true number 3 receiver. If you're the Giants, and A, it would be a cool story if he returned, and B, you're trying to be competitive this year, would you bring in Odell Beckham, like, for a workout at minimum? Yeah, like, no harm, no foul. And even if you sign him, it's going to be a vet minimum deal with no guaranteed money. So there's really not much downside here. But if you're thinking Odell Beckham in 2025 can change the direction of your team, that's just not a realistic scenario. Now, could he give you 300 to 500 yards and 30 or 40 catches? Maybe in the right situation, but this is not even just a few years ago, and it certainly isn't the mid-late 2010s. All right, guys, that's going to do it for our NFL news roundup here on Verts. Continue to support the show. We greatly appreciate it. Link is right there to subscribe if you want to check out our main Chat Sports channel as well. My name is Harrison Graham. We'll see you guys soon.